Hello and welcome. My name is Bubba Fabes and welcome to another map guide, and today we are here on Consulate. Now Consulate is going to be a very interesting map because there is so much untapped destruction in this map that most people don't even know or utilize. So just getting started, getting right into it, we'll start off first on attack and we'll be talking about this top floor. Now since you can't be killing from above on the roof, I'll be showing you spots that you can get from below. So first spot is going to be up here on the desk. Now I'll be breaking open the hole below that to show you that later. Moving on, the second spot in this room, probably one of the most popular spots, is going to be down in this corner here. Now the last kind of predictable spot that you can kind of expect people to get from a nice easy grenade kill underneath will be down here in the closet, and I'll show you that one too. Now one thing to remember is that this map is a lot larger, there's a lot more surface area going on, so the predictability about people staying in one spot is a little bit less than some of the smaller maps. So moving back down to this main floor. So that first spot I was telling you about is going to be right here. Now normally a lot of these spots you can get with a well-placed grenade. This one won't work as well because the player usually sits up on that desk. So a couple of well-placed shots just up through the roof will normally take care of him there, as well as making a way down here. Now this spot will work with the grenade because the player is usually sitting on there, but there is possible for him to sit on the desk too, so you can take the same precautions. You can throw your grenade, you don't get the kill, you can just take a couple shots up there through there, and that will normally get that player up there on that desk. At the other end of the building here in the piano room, that spot in that closet is going to be easy to mark because we know that this hatch is in the closet. All you have to do is head east of the hatch and it's going to be above this light fixture here. Again, a grenade will work too, or a well-placed shotgun. You can light up whoever's sitting down there in that closet. Now, moving down to the main floor, and this is where the fun really begins. So, let's say we'll be attacking this room here, and the possibilities of people to hide is a little bit limited because most of the windows that are opened up can really see into a lot of areas in this room, but the areas that they can't really see into is by these waiting chairs and kind of by this vending machine. There's a common spot for people to sit, as well as in tellers right here behind the desk or whatnot. So I'll show you areas to open up to gain easy access to that right there. So the first spot behind tellers is back here in the corner of this room. All you're going to do is just open up this area of the floor, and you have easy access into anyone that's just going to be sitting there waiting by those double doors for that easy kill. To take care of vending machines, just move over it just a little bit, and all of a sudden you have easy access to vending machines. Now again, this is just some kill hole options. This whole floor is destructible, so you can really access it anywhere, even directly from above, but that leaves you a little bit more exposed because you have to stand on the open area to see him and to shoot down on him. So when it's on an angle, you have a little bit more cover for your feet, and it's a little bit harder to see on that angle. So to reach into tellers, to go behind the desks, all you have to do is line yourself up in this doorway here, and that'll open that entire area up. Now this whole floor is breachable, so your options are limitless. You can just have a heyday and continue opening it up for any player that might escape that original view. So now working our way down to the basement, we're here on archives, and some of the popular spots for us to get are one between this bookshelves right here. Another one is at the back of blue covering this hallway. Another common spot is on top of the servers watching people to come through blue. And then the final one is along this back wall. So spots that we can open up there. So the first one brings us to that bookshelf. Smashing open this floor right under this window is going to easily open up right above there and not giving that person a chance. Second one that we're going to look at is that back of blue hallway. Now again, when entering, be careful from this floor right here because it's common for someone to place a C4 underneath to blow it up as they wait for people to come through this door. So opening this up here is going to stop that person that's going to be hiding here to peek through blue, as well as shutting off this entire entrance, making it easier for your teammates to push up. Next one is the person sitting on top of that server area right there, waiting for them to walk by. That'll give you good access to them there. And finally is the person along the back wall. will be easily accessed by destroying this floor right here. And there's that kill right there. Opening these up will completely obliterate any hiding spot that defenders have, giving you guys easy pickings to destroy them from above. Now lastly, a quick look at garage with some of the common hiding spots. They're pretty broad. First one's going to be over here by the white pipes. And then second one is clearly all along this back wall. Is very common for players to hide, as well as kind of behind white van in that area there. And then the last one, we're going to make a kill hole that's going to watch this kitchen area, as well as sometimes defenders will put a hole here just for rotation purposes. Our first kill hole is going to be the taking out the person at white pipes. Going to be just in this entrance right here. Gives us a great view at this entire area back there, as well as you can just move it over and you can get the person if they're hiding on the other side of white pipes. Now, the most dangerous part is that kind of white van area. So by breaking open this corner, this will take care of anyone that'll be hiding right alongside this van, trying to get the peek outside. But if we want to make a way to the back of van, that's going to be an easy destruction right there. And then just bringing it forward a little bit, and that'll take care of anyone along this entire side right here. Now switching over to defense, we'll be going over a couple camera placements. These first few will be more regarding the cubicle section of the upper floor. For example, the first camera that I'll be throwing out, we'll be putting it right here because we're expecting them to shoot out the camera up above, and it's nice to have the view on the hallway. And since this one is on the other side of the hallway, it'll generally be towards their back, and it's a little bit trickier to see because it's kind of heading between the pillar and the door frame, and the color behind the wall will hide it a little bit better. So that'll be my first camera placement. Second one, we're going to make our way over to the stairs to view anyone that'll be making the stairs push. And again, this is going to be kind of the same idea that I used on plane, hiding it behind this little emergency light there, using that trick where you can't see the camera but the very tip is peering through, which allows the camera to view all the way down the stairs even though it's perfectly hidden. Now making our way over to defense, I'll be going over a couple camera placements that I use that will hopefully help you guys out. This first couple will be regarding guarding the cubicles. So the first one, we're going to make our way down to the end of the hall because we want to keep an eye on this all here. Throwing a camera down there will do that trick, as well as being well hidden between the color of the wall as well as the pillar, and the door frame will hide it just enough to not make it super obvious. The second, we're going to make our way over to the stairs to view anyone that'll hopefully be coming up and making that stair push. Again, the same trick that I used on plane, where the emergency light will hide it, but just enough shows through that it'll be able to view all the way down the stairs without being noticed. Moving my way out for an outside cam, we're going to make our way over here. Now this one can be a little tricky to get perfect, but landing it right there in the garden will hide it a little bit, as well as you can see anyone that's rappelling from the east as well as the south, making it a dual purpose camera. Being able to view anyone rappelling on either side of the building can be super helpful. Now in Consulate Office, a couple little cameras that I use in this area is going to be, again, we want to view this entire hallway. So I usually throw one up above the soda machines, allowing me to also view a little bit in the room on the left, watching that stair push as well. Now the second and third camera, both going to be outside cameras that I use quite often. This one's really handy on bomb because it allows you to see all the rappels on the south side of the building. Aim at the very top of that tree, it should land perfectly, giving you a great view all along that side of the building on any of those rappels or the balcony push. Now the next one, this one can also be used for a great one if you're guarding the garage, because it can give you that view of that garage push as well as just the west side of the building if that's where they're rappelling to. Aiming up into that tree lands that camera perfectly, giving you a great view on that entire area. Now, moving away down to the main floor, again, this is a common area for people to push, again, if you're also in the basement, as well as if you're on the main floor, using that exact same camera trick that I'm rinse and repeat, but it works. Keeping an eye on this entire hallway, being able to watch anyone coming through. Next camera, this one's going to be a little bit more for, one can go up there, but this one's going to be a little bit more for the bomb use, because keeping an eye on this entire back hallway and these circle stairs thrown underneath that bench will keep it out of sight, as well as giving you a great view over quite a long distance. Now the last one that I throw is going to be put on this opposite side of the fan. The reason I do that is, again, kind of the same trick that I've been using, is because it just allows a little bit to show, but it actually makes it pretty well hidden. And this is one where you're going to be using to defend that garage, people pushing into piano, breaking open the floor. This will give you a great view on them, making the camera only noticeable when you're on that south side of the fan. Only then can you really see the camera. So it's pretty well hidden because mostly they're not going to be right there when they're looking for it. Now, moving away down to the basement, a couple of the cameras, the first ones will be doing to spot if you're trying to hold the server's room. Now, the camera I throw here, there's not many great places that you can use to cover this hallway, but this is the one that I use, throwing it in the garbages. Again, the only real debris that you can use, as well as it being shadowed, will hide it the best you can. Don't spot on it because it will be easily noticed. The next one is watching this back push. Now, trying to get it a little bit to the right to keep it well hidden. You'll be able to watch anyone coming from garage, pushing down the hall or pushing into kitchen, and give you that view here. Now, this last one is super useful, especially when defending garage itself. Again, it uses that same high trick, but this one here will cover the yellow stairs, as well as if they make an aggressive push and they do get a little bit access to that white van, this camera will be able to spot them easily and keep an eye, again, on those stairs for that stair pusher through that door. And like I said before, you can't notice it, they won't see it, and they won't shoot it. Now, before I end this video, I'm just going to give you guys a couple little kill hole spots that you guys can make use of. Now, you'll notice in this kill hole guide part that there's not a huge variety, and the reason for this is because most of the areas, they have a lot of kill hole potential, but the problem is that the attackers will normally take over the floor above the objective before making their push, and because of this, it makes it very difficult to be able to hold the area for a kill hole. Now, the first spot that I'm going to show you can be used when you're defending the basement or as well as the main floor, because this will cover this drop hatch right here, as well as just the entrance in general. So if they're not paying attention, they can come through. It'll give you an easy pickings on the head. Now, the kill hole that I made was quite large, but if you make it a little bit smaller with just your gun or just not a shotgun, then it'll be much less noticeable. But continuing on with a couple of the kill holes in this room, most of these will be only useful on hostage when it's in tellers, because this spot is so hard to hold that taking over this top floor to be able to watch some of these windows, for example that window there, make your way to the other side of this wall, easily shoot through it, and you get great protection from the desk and the cabinet, and you can get a good line of sight on anyone pushing from that window. Now, for another window, the one that's by the stairs, if you want to be able to hold off from that window, maybe get a surprise kill on someone unexpected, just shoot above from here, opens up right on that window. Someone's not paying attention, you can get an easy kill. Now, another possibility is to be able to open up right above the double doors, right over here, for anyone that's pushing in. Now, again, most useful when guarding tellers, but again, like the same idea as the first kill hole I showed you, you can possibly use it on anyone entering on any other defensive site that you have, because this is such a common area for a player to come through that you might be able to get a nice kill that way. Now, making our way further down on the upper floor, now of course the more popular kill hole right here to cover this front entrance. Now, this was a popular one, especially if you're defending bomb site on that main floor. It's just so easy for the attackers to come in and plant the bomb right there. Now, this one's very handy again if you're defending basement, because it's so common for that ash to come in through this piano window right here. This kill hole will give you a fantastic view on that ash or anyone entering into the piano room from that window. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you learned something, let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below, as well as a comment on any other future videos you want me to make or any other maps that you want to see in the guide. For those of you who aren't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'll keep you up to date on all the top news and information going on for Rainbow Six Siege, as well as all the other great guides that I have coming out. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Everything's down in the description below. Until next time, my friends, I hope you have a great day.